Some here, some woo, woo. Summer's here. Summer's here. Summer's here. Summer's here. Summer's here. Summer's here.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is Rachel Amma, and today I really wanted to go through tips on going vegan. Now, whether you are a new vegan, a transitioning vegan, or you just want some tips, this is the video for you. So I really hope you guys enjoy these. Let's get straight into the tip. Tip number one, I guess, is about how to go vegan. So there are two main ways to kind of approach going vegan. There's your overnight vegan, which is what I did, and then there's your gradual vegan. And this really depends on your budget, your finances, your lifestyle, what's in the fridge, and your core motivations for going vegan. Now, both of them mean you are going on a plant-based journey, so both of them are good options. But if you are an overnight vegan, and if you are a gradual vegan, there are, I guess, two ways to look at it. I would say you can either slowly go into it by going, okay, I'm going to make one vegan meal a week. And then be like, for this whole day, every Monday, I'm only going to eat vegan foods. Then add that to 2 days a week, 3 days a week, 4 days a week, and before you know it, making vegan meals is more normal, the recipes are more normal, you should start feeling all the benefits and really just be motivated to take the plunge to go full-term vegan. Another way of approaching it is to be by elimination. So at first you could be like, you know what, I'm going to completely cut out dairy, and then be like, cool, I'm going to cut out all dairy and all meat, and then all fish too, and then it's kind of process of elimination. Or you can do the overnight. Either way, all the ways means you are going on a plant-based journey, which means you are trying to help your body out, you're looking after the animals, and you're trying to help with our environment, and that is good steps forward. Like I say, it really depends on your lifestyle, your core motivations, and what is going on with you. For the people who have said to me, I want to go vegan, but I don't know how to approach it, I hope those different ways that approaching it can give you some ideas, and maybe you'll take one of those steps. Tip number two is find your go-to meals. This was so important for me in the beginning. So whether that be a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner, 3 main meals that you turn to in situations where you've had a long day, you're very busy, you're very tired, and you need a quick and easy meal to make. And that's with any diet. So if you have a plant-based diet and you're new, have 3 meals that you can turn to that are always in the fridge, always in the pantry, always readily available. You love them, they're tasty, they're delicious, and they are quick and they are easy in desperation. So for example, mine in the beginning was pasta and pesto, and that's a vegan pesto, and also hummus and pita bread, because any of those I can spruce it up a bit by adding whatever vegetables are in the fridge, adding some extra seasoning and herbs if I need to, but the core foundations I could just eat like that if I need to. Like even like on a night out and I come home and I'm hungry, what do? I tuck into some hummus and pita bread. It's what I do. And if I am out and I'm on holiday or I'm with friends and I need a quick meal, pasta, pesto. So quick, so easy. Find your go-to meals that you need that will help you throughout this journey to keep you on the path of plant-based food. Number 3 advice is for people who are scared about protein. If you're not, then I guess it's not needed. But if you are scared about protein, learn your protein. There are plenty of sources of plant-based proteins. So just Google them, you'll find so many of them. So for example, the NHS website says that on average, people should have about 50 grams of protein. Now, obviously that changes depending on whether you're male, you're female, your height, your weight, your body fat, etc. So that can be lower, that can be higher. But if you look at 50 as an average, that is very, very attainable on a vegan diet. I have 2 videos where I've hit over 100 grams of protein, which are 2 what I ate in a day, which I will link down below. And that's on a plant-based diet. So for anyone out there who is trying to build muscle and wants a lot of protein, there are vegan plant-based protein powders. I've got a organic pea protein, and just so you got some figures, 100 grams of my organic pea protein is 80 grams of protein. That's a lot of protein. And if you look at one small cup of lentils, that's 18 grams of protein. Protein is very attainable on a plant-based diet. You just need to know your sources and you're good. But if you're not worried about the protein, don't worry, it's good. As long as you're having a well-balanced diet full of plant-based whole foods, you should be hitting those targets. But if you are a bit worried, do a bit of research on where you can get some plant-based protein sources, and you can look into protein powders if you need that extra amount. Number 3, tip number 3 is about tracking your calories. This might not be for everyone, but for me personally, when I went vegan, I found myself hungry at night all the time. So all I needed to work out was how much food I was getting. I was just not getting enough calories in my day. Naturally, a lot of plant-based whole foods are lower in calories than a lot of meat, fish, dairy, etc. So you naturally will be eating more if you're having the pure whole food. So that can be a bit of an adjustment. So if you're unsure, you're not sure, you feel like you're not getting enough food, a really cool way to do that is to get one of those apps like MyFitnessPal. Track what you've eaten in the day, make sure that you've got enough protein, you've got enough carbs, you've got enough good fats, you're hitting the calories, and it's a well-balanced diet. And that is a good way just to kind of check, touch base, not every day, maybe once every here and there, just to check that you're on track if you're feeling like you're missing those targets. Tip number 4, I feel like a lot of people are going to roll their eyes at me for this, but this is to drink more water. There's a huge list on why we need to drink a good amount of water every day. But I'm not going to go into that because that is not what this video is about. But what I will say is when you do transition onto a vegan plant-based diet, your body's going to start detoxing all the food that you was eating before. So to kind of help aid that, it is really good to make sure you are drinking plenty of water. You're helping your body kind of remove all the old toxins, clear it out, stay hydrated, look after your skin, your hair, your nails, your insides. So drink your water. So advice number 6 is just to be aware of the fiber intake. If you didn't used to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables and you're suddenly now eating a lot more fruits and vegetables, you might notice a slight adjustment to having more fiber, which means you might be on the toilet a little bit more than usual. You might be adjusting. It might be good. Maybe you used to be blocked up and now you're not blocked up anymore and you're adjusting and everything's flowing smoothly. Don't fear it, it's natural. Adjust, let it be. And if you're worried, track your food to make sure you haven't gone overboard, but I really doubt you've gone overboard on the fiber. But it's an adjustment. Let it happen. I personally love it. It's one of the greatest things that happened to me when I went vegan. As you know from my last video, I had IBS. I was just lactose intolerant, which I cut out dairy 10 years ago and that changed everything. And the plant-based diet really aided that. Chia seeds changed my life for the better. When I was bad, I went 2 months without going to the toilet. That was while being the specialist and being on laxatives. And the whole time, as you guys saw from the other video, all I need to do was chat to mum, cut out dairy, and your girl's good. I'm so pleased with my functioning bowels. They honestly went from absolute tat, awful, disruptive, terrible place to pure glory, and it is a beautiful thing. So number 7 is B12. I personally take a B12 spray every day. It's a really delicious one. It is infused with grapefruit and it is so nice. I just do a little every day. Fantastic. B12 deficiency exists in people who eat meat and fish as well as vegans. It is not a deficiency that you want to have at all. The way that the world has evolved and where we get our B12 from, it is a lot harder for vegans to get B12. So I do take a spray every day. I know that some people who are vegan have told me that they've been vegan for years and they've never been on a B12 supplement and they've never needed it. But check with a doctor, get some professional advice. I personally take a B12 spray every day. It's not annoying. If I miss a day, it's not going to be awful because I will have stores. Sometimes B12 can last years. Everybody's body absorbs different nutrients in a different way, so it is very hard to tell. The best way to deal with that is to deal with a doctor and a professional, and you can get B12 sprays from your pharmacies, from your doctor. Advice tip number 8 is be kind to yourself. You are breaking a tradition. If, like me, you grew up thinking that you needed meat, fish, and dairy. I was told in school, I was told by the TV, I was told by my doctors, I was told by everyone into thinking that my meals had to be revolved around meat, fish, and dairy. So to go vegan, you are breaking a habit. You're breaking something that was installed from you from a young age that you are so used to. So be kind to yourself for breaking that tradition. Look at you, man. You are going on a plant-based journey to fuel and look after your body. You are saving animals and you're helping improve the environment. These are things to be so proud of and so excited about. So when you are feeling frustrated and you're feeling annoyed and you don't know what to eat and you don't know what to make, take a step back, remember why you're doing it, whether it's for the animals, whether it's for the environment, whether it's for your health. These are amazing things. And remember that you are breaking a tradition that you've lived with your whole life. So do not be angry at yourself. Be very kind to yourself and forgiving and accepting. Have fun with the food, have fun with the flavors, experiment with new vegetables that you haven't even heard of before, and just enjoy the journey and be kind to yourself. Show yourself some compassion, guys. Come on. I feel like in a lot of societies, we have lost track of what food is and how it nourishes our body. You know, we want to have a functioning liver, functioning heart. We want our brains to be active and creative and healthy. We want to be able to be fit. We want to have good health. And a really important way to look at that is by what you are eating and what you are putting into your body. It's so important. If you want your body to be thriving at its optimum, you need to nourish your body. I personally find it so exciting looking at a palette of food, looking at all the different colors and looking at all the different nutrients that I am opening myself to, the way that I am fueling my body. For example, my chia seeds, my hemp seeds, my flax seeds, they are giving me my omegas. They are keeping my cells nice and flexible. They're good fats for my brain, for my body, for my skin, for my hair, for my nails. When I've just done a good workout, the omegas are really going to lubricate my muscles. When I look at my red peppers and my oranges and I'm looking at the vitamin C that I'm giving myself, it's an antioxidant. It's maintaining the health of my body's connective tissue. It's important. When I look at my spirulina, my moringa, my broccoli, my spinach, even my raw cacao, raw chocolate, I'm giving myself some iron, and iron is so important at flowing the oxygen throughout your body. Even things like raw cacao having up to 40 times more antioxidants than berries. There's so much fun and nutrient-dense plant-based foods out there that are really going to help nourish your body so you can start thriving at your optimum. Advice tip number 9 is find inspiration through others. So whether you're looking at different vegans on YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, bloggers, events, whether they are meal ideas, recipes, protesting, cruelty-free beauty brands, there's a lot out there where you can draw inspiration from. Even at these events, you can meet other vegans. Maybe they can tell you things that work for them, things that did not work for them, any advice, any tips, and just creates a conversation. And we're all learning from each other, constantly learning, always have an open mind. On those days where you're losing your inspiration, reach out to those people, find them, let them inspire you. Maybe you will inspire them. It's a circle of life. And finally, tip number 10, and this is a tip that I take on all the time. This is like an important thing of me. Like with any diet, any meal plan, sometimes you can get bored with the recipes. So when I get bored, I look at other cuisines. So whether I'm like, you know what, I feel like doing some West African food, let me use the traditional herbs and spices in their foods and apply it to some plant-based foods, veganizing it. That's my new thing. I'm claiming the word. Sorry if you used to say it too, but hey, I've been saying it, veganizing. If you feel like some Indian food, some Mexican food, some Caribbean food, be like, yeah, let me look at those traditional herbs and spices and let's spice it up with some plant-based food. There's so many different vegetables out there. Go crazy. And for the people that ask, when you're vegan, what do you eat? Another way to look at it is the same way that you are seasoning up your chicken and your meat and your fish is the same way I'm just going to season up some vegetables. And there's so many different vegetables full of different flavors and textures. There is plenty of food to season up and make delicious, I am telling you. Thank you for watching this video. I really do hope you guys enjoyed some of these tips. There are plenty more tips out there. I just do not want to make this video really long. Obviously, if we had a one-on-one conversation, we could open up the ideas even more and divulge into each topic more. But I just want to keep the YouTube video really short. But in saying that, I really, really want to welcome anyone out there, whether you're new vegan, transitioning, or been vegan for years, to put any advice you have for new vegans out there in the comments, because you never know who's reading it and drawing inspiration from what you are saying. So I really want to welcome some advice and tips and sharing in the comments where we can interact with each other. I would love to have a space where everyone is able to connect and talk with one another and open up these discussions, open up these topics, open up some tips that anyone has got on going vegan. Share your advice, share your tips, share your stories. I'm reading the comments, so you really, really never know who you can inspire Please, please, please do give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it and it did help, because it really helps me out too. And subscribe for my channel for new videos every week. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's summertime in the UK now, and I'm about to go and get into some fresh mangoes or some fresh oranges downstairs, because boy, oh boy. I will see you all next week. Bye! Guys, summer's here in the UK. What you know about it? Hey, hey, hey. Summer's here. Summer say, woo, 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 woo.
All above, bagger is, lead a light, bagger is.